Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Porch Show. I'm your host, Robert. This one's for you, Kurt. South Point 400 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway NASCAR Cup Series preview. As we were announced about a little over an hour ago, Kurt Busch has announced that he is stepping away from full-time Cup Series racing. He says the door is still open for other forms of racing and some one-offs and some kind of bucket list kind of things. That his health is more important than racing. Obviously, we all agree with that, Kurt. One of the last true greats of our sport. I know a lot of people, he's the last guy that has been active to race with the late Dale Earnhardt. Kurt made his NASCAR Cup Series debut in 2020 at Dover, where he finished 18th. We all know what happened the following year with Dale passing. But he's the last active driver to race with the late Dale Earnhardt, which is amazing. I've been a fan of the sport long before Kurt came in, and obviously be a sport now that Kurt is retired from full-time racing. I honestly, the first 3 years of his Cup career, I was not a fan of Kurt Busch. I did not become even a close fan of Kurt until, let's see here, he had finished second in the Daytona 500 in 2005. Was that the year? Let's see here, Daytona 2005. He finished second, and so that was his 5th full season. He finished second to Jeff Gordon. From what I remember, he actually chose to draft with Jeff Gordon and didn't choose to hang Jeff out or anything, and just was happy to finish second and then let Jeff win. Because of that, the way he did that, the way he didn't race Jeff dirty that day, didn't, do something stupid, I became a fan of his, Throughout his whole career, he's made every team he's gone to better. Like he said, there's a few crown jewels he hasn't won: Watkins Glen, Darlington. But wish Kurt Busch the best in his career and his future endeavors. I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. Either broadcasting, he mentioned Fox, Le Mans, he mentioned. Could he be one of the drivers for the Garage 56 entry at Le Mans this year? Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch. Could that actually happen? How nuts would that be? But let's get on to Vegas here, folks. We're going to put the Roval in the rearview mirror. There's a video on Robert's Porch Show. If you look up, you'll see kind of a link to it. I talked about the Roval. I talked about things that people were bringing up on XM Satellite Radio Channel 90 this week. I just couldn't anymore, so I had to do a video about it. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna have a great year moving forward here. Great rest of the 4 races of the year. So, South Point 400 spring race at Vegas. We all know it was unique. We had Alex Bowman win stage 1. We had Ross Chastain win stage 2. Top 10 was Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Eric Almirola, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, and Christopher Bell. We all know the caution flag came out. Everyone pits for tires. Hendrick Motorsports goes, ooh, we'll do 2. No one thought 2 tires at Vegas would work. Guess what? 2 tires at Vegas worked. Hendrick Motorsports won 2. Before that, we had Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. running 1-2. Let's go ahead and pull that up here. Oops. I wanted to pull some things up about that race. We had 12 cautions for 60 laps. We had 3,271 green flag passes, 15.3 a lap. That's based on NASCAR scoring loop. So that was passes for position throughout the track. Not, lead, I would definitely lead passes, but throughout the track passes. Go ahead and get into this. I should have this pulled up already. So, according to NASCAR loop data, was where that information came. There's 23 lead changes. The last lead change, break it down here. And lap 267, Martin Truex Jr. led. 268 is that when so the restart happened at 272. Pit stops happened right there. That's when Kyle Larson got out, number 1. Bowman with 3 to go passed him and took the checkered flag on lap 274. This was an overtime finish, so in overtime is when Alex Bowman took the lead and kept it and won the race with his teammate right behind him. So we ended up having 30 cars finish in that race that day. So that's kind of cool, having that many cars still finishing. We had 23 cars on the lead lap. So we found out, late race caution, tires, take 2, it works. Alex Bowman for the whole day led 16 laps. Ross Chastain led a race high 83 laps, followed by Kyle Busch at 49, Christopher Bell at 32, Denny Hamlin at 31. The last 7 Las Vegas races, Kyle Larson average finished 7.0 with a win. Martin Truex Jr. 7.3 with a win. Kyle Busch 7.6. Brad Keselowski 8.3. Joey Logano 8.4 and 2 wins. Kevin Harvick 9.3. Denny Hamlin 11.7 and a win. And Chase Elliott 12.1. On the mile and a half, the true mile and a half, which there's only 3. There's Charlotte, there's 4. Charlotte, Kansas, Texas, and Las Vegas. Just those particular races, and I think Homestead, I know Goodyear announced they're going to use the same tire from Texas and from Kansas here at Vegas, and I think they said the same at Homestead. So Homestead is an officially, let's see here, oval, where's it at? Oval. Oh, it is, it's 1.502. Kansas, Vegas, and stuff is 1.5. So I guess Homestead would fit in that. We just haven't been there yet this year. So so it's 1.502. So it's pretty much the same, but it's a little bit flatter. Let's get the progressive banking 18 to 20. And Vegas is, let's see here. Las Vegas is 1.50. It's got the, okay, so I guess it's pretty much the same banking. 12 to 20 progressive banking in the turns. Yeah, so it's kind of pretty similar, but it's less than Texas. So it's 18 to 20. Texas was, I know a lot of people are concerned with tire issue from Texas, which to me wasn't a tire issue. Yeah, it had the turns at 20 and 24 and 3 and 4. That's where we saw a lot of the tire issues, was in 3 and 4. I think it's more air pressure than anything on that one, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think it's a tire issue, mind you. But of those tracks, the 1.5 miles, Larson 6.0, so a little bit better than what he's running at Vegas. Ross Chastain 9.0. Now these numbers, the Ross Chastain 9.0, Denny Hamlin 9.8 with a win at those particular tracks, Kansas, Texas, Charlotte, and Vegas. That's in 2022 in the next-gen car. Christopher Bell 11.4, Martin Truex Jr. 12.4, William Byron 13.2, Logano 14, Kyle Busch 14.2. Now, in the intermediate realm of tracks. So we've actually taken the intermediate and I've actually broken it down a little bit more. Because if you look at NASCAR driver averages, is where I get, and racing reference, is where I get a lot of my information here. If I don't basically go look it up and do it myself. What they classify as an intermediate track. I put Gateway, because Gateway is 1.25, and I put Gateway in when I talk about intermediate tracks as well. But some, if it won't load, why won't it load? So like Vegas, Atlanta to me is a hybrid. That's kind of its own little deal. Darlington, because it's 1.33. Nashville, 1.366. Kansas, Charlotte, Gateway. I would consider all those the intermediate style tracks. 8 races this year on those. Christopher Bell, 9.5. Denny Hamlin, 9.75 in a win. Kyle Larson, 10.2. Logano, 10.5 in a win. Ross Chastain, 12.5. Reddick 12.7 in a win. Michael McDowell 13.8, and then Austin Dillon 14.6. We are the round of 8, folks. 8 drivers able to win the championship. Now, here's a cool thing I looked at. I know a lot of people hate playoffs. I don't know why, but you do. I understand it. I get it. Non-playoff. If we didn't have a playoff, the most points you can get in a single race is 60. So there's 240 points left in the season. Non-playoff, Kyle Busch is 268 points behind in 9th. Only 8 drivers would be mathematically able to win a championship this year at this point. Chase Elliott would be leading. Ryan Blaney is second, minus 111. So Chase Elliott would have almost a 2-race lead. Logano minus 121. Kyle Larson minus 130. Ross Chastain minus 151. Christopher Bell minus 154. Martin Truex Jr. minus 200. William Byron minus 211. So 8 drivers mathematically possible to win. Chase Elliott has a 111-point lead. So 111 points. Max points in a weekend is 120. So we would be looking at, when Homestead was over, there is a change. He needs 9 points more than Ryan Blaney and Joe Logano between Vegas and Homestead to clinch at Homestead with Martinsville and Phoenix left with non-playoff. Thank God we don't got a playoff. The last 3 champions would have clinched with races left. Thank God we have a playoff. All right. Right now, the 4 that are in right now. Chase Elliott, 5 wins, plus 31 to the cut line. Joey Logano, 2 wins, plus 11 to the cut line. Ross Chastain, 2 wins, plus 6 to the cut line. Christopher Bell, 2 wins, plus 3 to the cut line. Guys that are behind that cut line that need some work to do in the next 3 races. Ryan Blaney, minus 3. William Byron with a win, minus 3. Denny Hamlin, 2 wins, minus 5. Chase Briscoe with a win, minus 9. Damn, it's close. We could have the most unique finale at Phoenix ever. Right now, we could have Ryan Blaney win the championship without winning a race. We could have the 5 team and Kyle Larson win the Owners' Championship. We could have someone else win the race. So right now, let's look at Phoenix. Who finished second at Phoenix? Ross Chastain, third, Tyler Reddick. Okay. We could have, for example, Tyler Reddick win at Phoenix, win the race. Kyle Larson do, like, say, finish second or third, and win the Owners' Championship. Ryan Blaney finish second, and win the championship. So we have 3 people celebrating the race win, the Owners' Championship, and the title, and a champion with no wins after having 19 different winners on the season. I'm rooting for that, actually. I really want chaos because NASCAR satellite radio the following day would blow up. Oh, God, would it blow up if that happened. I like chaos. I like listening to people bitch, moan, and complain. And then about an hour afterwards, I'm like, people just shut the hell up. It's not that hard. My 4 picks. Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace. I want Bubba to win so damn bad this week because of the fact that Kurt made that announcement today. Bubba is driving the 45 the rest of the year. What if Bubba could pull that off? Get 45, get his 3rd win of the year. On the weekend that Kurt announced he's no longer running full-time. Maybe Bubba wins, Tyler Reddick 2nd. And then Ty Gibbs 3rd. How awesome would that be? And then Martin Truex Jr., by the way, I want the 20th winner of the year, Martin Truex Jr. So Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Martin Truex Jr. are my 4 picks to win the South Point Casino 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Uncle Brenny and his family, Brendan Gaughan and his family own South Point Casino. They're going to be big sponsors of this race. Xfinity race today. Cannot wait. Three more weeks left in the regular season for the Cup. 3 more races left. 4 we're counting this weekend and left in for the Xfinity, and 2 left for Truck Series. We got Homestead next week. We set the Final 4. Time is district already in the Final 4 at Vegas. And then the off season full of videos here. Plan is 1 a day till Daytona. So we'll see how that goes. Champion Profile Series, etc. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.